Prince Sparrow. Once upon a time there lived a little princess. She wasn't kind, she wasn't good, she was rude to her people and to her professor. But she was a princess and nobody could tell her how bad she was. Her people used to listen to her and give her everything she wanted. The little princess was a clever girl, and she liked her classes of history and math, of geography and English. Her professor told her different stories about lost continents and foreign countries, about great explorers and new lands. The prince was always curious and asked him many questions about mountains and seas that separated countries and about people of different nationalities who lived in those countries. She wanted to know where the sun rises and where it sets. In fact, she was always ready to listen to all her professor's stories. But she liked fairy tales most of all. One day her professor was telling her a fairy tale about a cruel witch. The witch used her magic power in a very cruel way. She used to turn people both into animals and birds. So while the professor was saying, and then the witch entered, the prince intended him into a little wild bird. A small sparrow flew through the window and into the prince's room. "It is the enchanted prince," cried the princess. "I'm going to get him." It wasn't an easy thing to do, and she couldn't get the bird. But at last the sparrow sat on the back of her chair. "Hello, little bird," said the prince. "Are you really an enchanted prince? I'm so glad to meet you." The sparrow looked at the girl. She was small but brave, and the princess knew he wasn't afraid of her. "I think you are an enchanted prince," she said. "Prince Sparrow shall be your name." Then she turned to her professor. "You may continue with your story," she said. Prince Sparrow remained on the back of the chair. The princess gave him bread for dinner and some milk. He spent the night with her in her room. In the morning, when the princess got up, she saw the bird and she liked him very much. The princess laughed. She had a sweet laugh. "This bird is a prince," she sang. From then on, Prince Sparrow ate with Princess, who slept on her shoulder while she did her homework, and went for her royal rides with her. The princess told him all her secrets. Prince Sparrow became her first and best and only friend. The day before Princess Nine's birthday, Prince Sparrow flew round and round her room. He looked sad. "What's wrong?" cried the princess. But he thought she knew. "You don't want to leave me, do you?" Prince Sparrow flew to her and went to the window. "Please stay," asked the princess. But she opened the window, and in a few minutes he was gone.